Hong Kong has entered a dark night of political repression and white terror. 16 young democracy activists were sentenced to up to 13 months in prison. More political show trials are planned. In 2017, 6 elected legislators were disqualified. They were accused of violating their oath of office. The government said the oath were not sincere enough. This was just one example of how the law courts in Hong Kong are being used as a tool of government repression. By ousting the legislators, the election results from September 2016 were changed to benefit the government. In other countries, this is called election fraud.
By jailing more and more activists, some were legislators or candidates, they are now being banned in standing in elections. So the government is trying to hide behind rule of law, but actually its main aim is to manipulate future elections. It is also to target the most young and radical layer from the democracy movement. By throwing these activists into prison and making them pay heavy legal costs, the establishment is trying to destroy these radical parties and groups.
The Hong Kong government tried to go to the court, ask the court for the jurisdiction to disqualify the legislator who got the mandate from the people. I think which is an abuse of their authority. Is autocracy. It's on the way to kind of dictatorship. So I hoped all around the world the people should support the struggle in Hong Kong to say no to the disqualification of those legislators and also those political prisoners who were and who will be victimized by the abuse of the judicial powers of the judges in Hong Kong.
The law used to ban the legislators was retroactive. It was a ruling from the National People's Congress in Beijing. The NPC is not an elected body. It is just a rubber stamp for the dictatorship, which is full of billionaires and democracy haters. It is the Chinese dictatorship that has ordered the White Terror campaign in Hong Kong. This is because they fear the calls for more democracy will echo inside China among the people. Because the Chinese dictatorship is doing more business than ever with the rest of the world, most foreign governments look the other way. The only force that can stop repression and defend democratic rights is mass resistance.
In 2014, around 2 million Hong Kong people joined historic mass protest called the Umbrella Revolution. Today, Beijing and the Hong Kong government want to get revenge on the people of Hong Kong for daring to show their defiance. They want to roll back the city's democratic rights, which were won through decades of struggle. We are appealing to the people of the world, the women, the youth, people of color, sexual minorities, labor unions, social and climate activists. All who like us are fighting against oppression and the power of an undemocratic elite. Speak up against the repression in Hong Kong and China.
Show your solidarity with the struggle against political repression in Hong Kong. Protest against the disqualification of legislators. Raise your voice against the brutal imprisonment of the young democracy activists. Raise your voice against the government's attack of freedom of speech, on democracy, and the attempts to manipulate elections by locking away the opposition.
Show your solidarity. With your support, we can win.